Welcome back to In the Can. We are here talking about Tokyo Idols with director Kyoko Miyake and producer Bob Moore. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very exciting, a different kind of film. Tell me a little bit about Tokyo Idols.
So Tokyo Idols is a documentary film about pop singers and their fans. And the singers are teenage girls and the fans are middle-aged men. So it's about their relationship, but also more widely about disconnection between men and women in modern society.
What did you show as far as that with the movie, do you think? Because a lot of the fans of these young girls are older men. What did you find that you wanted to show to the audience?
So initially we thought we would focus on 3 girls and it would be more about girls, but during the shoot we discovered that it should be as much about the fans as about the girls. We want to show how they support each other, but how they they work and live in this virtual relationship. And how it affects their real life outside the idol culture.
And Bob he's a producer for the film. What was it that attracted you to this film?
What attracted me was working with Kyoko. I knew her previous work. I was a big fan of her last film, Breakless. And we met in Tokyo. And when she first introduced me to the topic, I was disturbed. I didn't understand anything. I had just showed up in Japan for the first time, so it took a while to sort of see what was going on, but I trusted in her vision and what she was doing. So I would say, yeah.
It is a little bit disturbing. Let's show people exactly what we're talking about here with the Tokyo Idols. We have a trailer for the film right now. Tokyo Idols is going to debut here tonight at Sundance. Frankly, it's a little disturbing watching the older men and these young girls. Did you find that as well?
Yeah, so we went in with, I certainly went in with some preconceptions and I found it disturbing, but it's quite amazing how quickly that sense of creepiness would go away, and even for non-Japanese members of the team like Bob or the cinematographer, after a few concerts it kind of a sense of normalcy kicks in quite quickly. But I think what helped us was the fact that we weren't based in Japan, we were based in the UK and in Canada, so every time we went in afresh, we remembered how disturbing it felt at the beginning. So it was like a balance between finding it creepy and disturbing, but also trying to understand where that culture was coming from.
So where does that come from?
So through getting to know the fans, we discovered that it is probably coming from their deep anxiety. And most of them they have this sense of being marginalized in society.
Both the fans and the girls?
The fans and the girls, but probably more so with the fans. And I think this is a fantasy land that, where they could actually, be free from all that anxiety and worries in real life.
There's a certain camaraderie amongst the fans, and what's interesting about it is you can identify there's some extremes in the culture, but there's also a lot of really relatable aspects to pop culture in North America, and the fans find each other and find friendships with each other that at times are very touching and genuine.
Because many times they lose their families, their jobs. I think that's something that in America would be very difficult to grasp, but in Japan it's not that unusual. Is that correct?
And also, as Bob said, these fans are constantly connected online, but they come to these concerts a few times a week. So
Wow.
So there's a sense of belonging that they find. They find their peer, they find their friends and comrades. So I think what's behind the culture is this deep sense of alienation as well.
And so this is a way that they can come together and have camaraderie.
Yeah.
Perfect. We're going to talk a little bit more about the film in just a moment. We're going to go to a quick break and talk more about Tokyo Idols straight ahead here on In the Can.